We have all been there. You are sitting on the couch, enjoying a quiet, peaceful moment. You stand up, walk into the kitchen to grab a glass of water, and the second you're out of sight, an ear-piercing, deafening screech echoes through the house. You sigh. You get annoyed. You might even yell back from the kitchen, "I'm right here, be quiet." Most bird owners think their parrot is just throwing a tantrum. You assume they're being demanding, spoiled, or just trying to annoy you because they're not getting their way. But you are completely misreading the situation. Your bird is not throwing a tantrum. Your bird is terrified. Today, we are going to dive deep into the avian brain to uncover the heartbreaking biological reality of why your bird screams when you leave the room. We'll break down the exact psychology behind their vocalizations and the common innocent mistakes you are making that actually force them to scream louder. And make sure you watch until number 6, because I will give you the exact science-backed protocol to stop the screaming instantly without ever raising your voice. Let's decode the secret language of your flock. Number 1, the illusion of the pet. To understand the scream, you first have to understand how your bird sees you. When you look at your bird, you see a beautiful, exotic pet living in your home. But when your bird looks at you, they don't see an owner. They don't even see a human. They see a giant, slightly clumsy member of their flock. In the wild, parrots are profoundly social creatures. They eat together, sleep together, fly together, and survive together. A wild parrot is quite literally never alone, not for a single minute of their entire lives. In their biological programming, being separated from the flock means only one thing: extreme danger. If a bird is alone in the jungle, it means they've been isolated and a predator is going to eat them. So when you walk out of the living room and disappear down the hallway, your bird doesn't think, "Oh, my human went to get a snack." Their ancient, hardwired prey brain screams, "The flock has abandoned me. I am completely unprotected. I am going to die." Number 2, the biological roll call, the contact call. That loud, repetitive screech that drives you crazy, biologists have a specific name for it. It is called a contact call. A contact call is not a demand for attention. It is a survival mechanism. It is a biological roll call. When your bird loses sight of you, they emit this loud, far-reaching sound to ask 2 incredibly urgent questions. Where are you? And are we safe? In the wild canopy where thick leaves block their vision, flock members constantly use contact calls to stay connected across massive distances. It is their way of throwing an invisible lifeline to their family. When your bird screams from the living room, they are desperately throwing that lifeline to you. They are begging you to respond so they know you haven't been eaten by a predator, and so they know you haven't forgotten about them. Every scream is just your bird saying, "Please tell me I'm not alone." Number 3, the danger of silence. Here's where most owners make their first critical mistake. When your bird screams, you probably try to ignore it. You think, if I ignore them, they will learn that screaming doesn't get them what they want. This is dog psychology, and applying dog psychology to a prey animal is a disaster. When you ignore a contact call and remain completely silent, you are accidentally creating a nightmare scenario in your bird's brain. In the wild, when a flock member makes a contact call and receives absolute silence in return, it means something terrible has happened. Silence means a predator is actively hunting. Silence means the flock has been wiped out. By refusing to answer your bird, you are not teaching them to be quiet. You are confirming their deepest, darkest fear. They are alone, and danger is imminent. This causes their cortisol levels to spike, their heart races, and because they are terrified, they scream louder, harder, and longer, desperately trying to get anyone to answer. You think you are training them, but you are actually traumatizing them. Number 4, the yelling backfire. So if silence is bad, you should just yell at them to be quiet, right? Absolutely not. This is the second biggest mistake bird owners make. You hear the screech, you lose your patience, and you shout, "Shut up!" or "Stop it!" But birds do not understand human words, and they definitely do not understand the concept of punishment. What they do understand is energy and drama. When you yell back, your bird thinks, "Yes, my flock leader is calling back to me. We are communicating loudly. This is a great flock." Parrots love drama. They love loud noises. To them, your angry shouting sounds like a joyful, excited flock response. You have just positively reinforced the exact behavior you wanted to stop. You taught them that if they scream loud enough, you will eventually scream back, creating a fun, noisy game for them to play every time you leave the room. Number 5, the blanket of doom, the timeout mistake. When the screaming gets out of control, some owners resort to extreme measures. They walk over, cover the cage with a thick blanket in the middle of the day, or put the bird in a dark, empty room as a timeout. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this: never ever use the cage or darkness as a punishment. Your bird's cage should be their ultimate sanctuary. It is their safe zone. When you forcefully plunge them into darkness during daylight hours because they were communicating naturally, you are causing severe psychological confusion. They don't connect the blanket to the screaming, they just learn that their human is unpredictable and that their home can suddenly turn into a dark, terrifying prison without warning. This destroys their trust in you and often leads to severe anxiety disorders, feather plucking, and aggressive biting. Number 6, the echo protocol. The ultimate fix. So if you can't ignore them, you can't yell, and you can't punish them, what do? You speak their language. You use the echo protocol. Remember, the contact call is just a question. Are you there? All you have to do is answer it, but on your terms. When you leave the room and your bird lets out a loud screech, do not yell back. Instead, wait for a 1-second pause in their screaming and then make a soft, distinct sound. You can whistle a specific 2-note tune. You can softly say a word like peekaboo or I'm here. Use a calm, reassuring, low energy tone. At first, your bird might keep screaming, but stay consistent. Every time you leave the room, proactively make that soft whistle or say that word before they even start screaming. You are teaching them a new quiet contact call. You are telling them, I am going to the other room, but I am safe and you are safe. Within a few weeks, something magical will happen. Instead of a glass-shattering screech, your bird will simply let out a soft little chirp or whistle when you leave. And when you whistle back, they will relax. They know the flock is connected. The panic is gone. Number 7, the whisper of absolute trust. It takes time, immense patience, and radical empathy to stop looking at your bird as a noisy pet and start seeing them as a highly intelligent, emotional creature trying to survive in a human world. When you stop punishing their instincts and start speaking their flock language, the dynamic in your house will completely transform. One day, you will walk into the kitchen, and instead of a scream, you will hear a quiet, gentle little mumble. Or maybe they will just start softly grinding their beak. When a bird is quiet, calm, and making soft, happy sounds while you are out of sight, it is the ultimate compliment. It means they trust you so implicitly and feel so safe in the environment you've created that they don't even need to check if a predator is coming. You are their protector. You are their flock, and they know you will always come back. If this video completely changed how you see your bird's behavior, hit the like button and subscribe to the Parrot Perspective. We decode the secret psychology of your feathered family members every single week. Let me know in the comments, what does your bird do when you leave the room? Do they have a specific sound they make? Thank you for being a great flock leader. See you in the next video.